how to make her want you now. You think she doesn't notice you, but she does. She sees you. She feels your eyes on her. She senses your hesitation, your self-doubt, and that tiny crack in your armor you thought you were hiding. You smile. You try to be nice. You ask how her day is. You think connection is built on comfort. You think she'll want you because you're good to her. You think she'll feel safe, and then she'll want you. But she doesn't. She's polite. She laughs at your jokes. She texts back, sometimes. And then one day she says it. You are such a good friend. And that's when it hits you. You were never even in the game. Here's the brutal truth. Women don't crave comfort. They crave charge. They crave the tension between danger and safety. They want a man who moves the room when he walks in, not one who blends in. And no, it's not about money, not about looks, not about status. It's about energy, the kind that can't be faked. Every man wants to be desired, but few ever learn why they're not. Because desire isn't logical, it's primal. And right now, you're playing the game of logic against biology. You're trying to make her like you, when what you really want is for her to want you. You've been conditioned to believe you earn attraction through good behavior. But attraction doesn't reward good boys. It rewards bold men. By the end of this video, you'll understand exactly how to ignite that raw, magnetic energy that makes her see you, feel you, and want you now. You've been taught to play it safe your whole damn life. Your parents said, be nice. Your teachers said, be respectful. Society said, don't be too aggressive, don't make people uncomfortable. And so you built your identity around comfort, around fitting in, around not rocking the boat. Now you move through life half asleep, measured, polite, agreeable. You want women to like you, but every action you take screams one thing. I don't want to risk rejection. You've become addicted to safety. But safety kills desire. You think women want a good man. They don't. They want a strong man, a man who can make them feel something, and that's what you've forgotten. Attraction isn't born from safety. It's born from polarity. It's the invisible current between your masculine charge and her feminine pull. It's biological, ancient, and unspoken. You can't logic your way into it. You have to embody it. But here's the ugly truth. You lost the edge the moment you started living for approval. You walk into a room scanning faces, reading cues, and adjusting yourself to be liked. You modulate your voice. You soften your eyes. You smile too soon. Every move you make is a negotiation with your own fear. That's why she doesn't feel you. Because you're not there. You're a performance. Think about the last time you saw her. The moment your eyes met. Your pulse jumped. Your mind flooded with questions. Should I say something? Will she think I'm weird? What if she rejects me? And while you were busy analyzing, the moment passed. She looked away, sensing the static energy of a man divided within himself. That hesitation, that mental noise, is what kills your presence. It's what separates a man she notices from a man she feels. Because when you hesitate, you communicate weakness. And weakness isn't about muscles or money. Weakness is energy. It's when your inner world bends to fear instead of direction. She feels that instantly. You think she's judging your appearance. She's not. She's judging your certainty. Every glance, every tone, every micro movement is a signal. Is this man in control of himself or not? If you flinch, if you seek permission, if you wait for a sign, she knows. And the second she knows, the game is over. Because women don't chase uncertainty. They surrender to presence. They want to feel your groundedness, your calm under pressure. The kind of silence that says, I'm here, I want you, and I'm not afraid of that truth. That's the difference between wanting her and making her want you. Wanting her comes from lack, from need. It's you saying, I hope she picks me. Making her want you comes from fullness. It's you saying, I already know who I am, and she's lucky to experience it. You think the world will reward you for being harmless. But women don't fall for harmless men. They fall for men who make them feel alive. Men who can handle tension and who don't crumble when things get uncomfortable. Because when a woman feels your energy and sees that you don't flinch, her instincts wake up. It's not conscious. It's biological. It's the ancient signal that says, this man can handle chaos. This man can protect me. You've spent your whole life trying to earn attraction. The truth is, attraction isn't earned. It's provoked. It's triggered by how you carry yourself when there's pressure, by the way you hold your gaze, and by your refusal to collapse into insecurity. You want to make her want you now? Then stop seeking comfort and start seeking an edge. The edge is where attraction lives. It's in the pause before you speak. The half smile that says, I'm not here to impress you. It's in your ability to hold tension without needing relief. You don't need to say the perfect thing. You just need to mean every word that comes out of your mouth. Because confidence isn't about volume. It's about congruence. When your mind, your body, and your intention align, she feels it. When they don't, she disappears. So ask yourself, are you living like a man who moves with purpose or like a boy hoping for approval? Because until you choose, she won't either. You've been fed lies since the day you learned what love was. They told you women want gentlemen. That being nice, attentive, and emotionally open makes you different. They told you the friend zone is just bad timing. That patience pays off. That she'll come around. You believed it. And now you're angry. Because you did everything right and still lost. You brought flowers. You listened to her problems. You waited for your moment. And then she picked the guy who barely texted her back. You told yourself she's shallow, that women don't appreciate good men. But you're wrong. It's not that she doesn't want a good man. It's that she doesn't feel you. Niceness is not attraction. It's currency used by men who have nothing else to offer. You're trying to trade comfort for chemistry. But chemistry doesn't negotiate. It's primitive. It's subconscious. It's earned through polarity, not patience. You think if you just keep showing her you care, she'll finally wake up one day and say, "Wow, I've been blind." No, she's not blind. She's bored. And boredom is the death of attraction. Because niceness is predictable. Predictability kills tension. Tension is the spark. It's what keeps her guessing, keeps her awake, and keeps her wanting. But you killed the tension the moment you started acting like a servant instead of a man. You made yourself available at her convenience. You replied instantly. You validated every thought, and in doing so, you erased your mystery. You became a mirror, reflecting her energy instead of radiating your own. She stopped seeing you as a man to pursue and started seeing you as a tool for validation, a listener, a comfort blanket, a background character in her story. You want her to chase you? Then stop acting like you're already hers. Here's the real myth. Attraction grows from doing more. It doesn't. It grows from being more. Being more decisive, being more self-contained, being more willing to walk away. The moment you detach from the outcome, everything changes. Because when you no longer need her approval, your energy shifts. You stop over-explaining. You stop chasing clarity. You stop asking, "Do you still like me?" You start embodying certainty. That's the trait women can't resist. Certainty. Not arrogance, not fake confidence, but the quiet power of a man who knows where he's going with or without her. She wants to feel that her presence doesn't define you. She wants to sense that your world doesn't collapse when she pulls away. Because that's what makes her respect you. That's what makes her want you. It's paradoxical. The less you chase, the more she leans in. The less you seek validation, the more she gives it freely. Because now she's chasing the source of energy that she once took for granted. This is where most men fail. They think attraction is logical, that if they can show their value, she'll understand. But attraction is felt, not explained. When you overtalk, overtext, and overpromise, you break the spell. You remind her that you're trying to convince her because deep down, you're not convinced yourself. Confidence isn't an act, it's a state. It's the refusal to break your own frame no matter what she does. When she tests you, when she pulls away, teases you, or delays a reply, it's not rejection, it's instinct. She's measuring your center. She's asking silently, "Can this man hold his ground?" And if he can't, she walks. So stop thinking of attraction as a problem to solve. It's not algebra, it's fire. You don't build fire with logic. You build it with friction, air, and heat. The truth? You've been trying to control the flame instead of feeding it. You've been chasing love instead of becoming the man who creates it. Once you stop playing by the rules that keep men weak, everything flips. You'll see that the myths were never meant to help you. They were meant to domesticate you, to make you harmless, to make you easy to control. But a man who can't be tamed, that's the man she wants. That's the man every woman feels in her gut before she even knows his name. Here's where everything flips. You've heard enough theory, enough words. Now it's about transformation. Not tips, not tricks. Identity. The first shift happens when you stop chasing certainty and start embodying control. You've spent your life looking for signs, wondering what she thinks, how she feels, and what she's going to do next. That's weakness disguised as strategy. Real power is silence. Real power is action without waiting for permission. When you see her, don't rehearse your words. Anchor your body. Slow your breath. Ground your stance. Look at her like you already know the outcome. Not because you're arrogant, but because you don't need her reaction to validate you. That's the energy that flips the dynamic. She feels it in her gut before you even speak. The second shift happens when you stop chasing reactions and start creating tension. Most men talk to relieve tension. You, if you want her to want you, must learn to hold it. When you look at her, don't fill the silence, let it stretch. That moment where your chest tightens, where your instincts scream to say something, that's where your masculine edge is forged. That's where desire lives. She's waiting for that tension. She's waiting to feel the spark that tells her you're not afraid of your own desire, that you can hold both her beauty and your hunger without collapsing. The final shift happens when you stop trying to win her and start living from fullness. When you walk into a room like you're already enough. When you speak with conviction, not because you're trying to impress her, but because you mean every word. When you laugh without looking for her reaction. when your focus is on your mission, not her attention. That's the paradox of attraction. She only wants you when you don't need her. Because now you radiate freedom. You've become the rarest thing in a world of validation addicts. A man who doesn't beg to be seen. And that's when she feels it, that deep, instinctive pull. Not because you said the right thing, but because you finally became the kind of man who doesn't ask for desire, he commands it. You don't make her want you by doing more. You make her want you by becoming more. Every move, every look, every silence carries a message. I'm not afraid to lose you. That's the energy that flips everything. Because a man who doesn't chase creates. A man who doesn't seek validation projects it. And a man who doesn't need her attracts her. You think you need more lines, more tactics, and more secrets. You don't. You need to stop negotiating with your fear. You need to stop shrinking yourself to fit into her comfort zone. You need to start living like a man who already has what he wants. Because the second you do, she'll feel it. And when she feels it, she'll respond. Not out of pity, not out of logic, out of instinct. If you're serious about becoming that man, one who commands respect, attention, and attraction without chasing, hit subscribe right now. Drop a comment below with the word bold. Because only bold men build the life they want. See you in the next video.